I'm going to call this meeting to order, the ethics meeting. Before we get started, since my name has been mentioned in one of the complaints, I am going to turn over my chairmanship to Vice Chairman Frank. Okay, if we will, let's all stand. Danny, would you do the invocation, please?
Our most kind and gracious Heavenly Father, Lord, as we come to you in prayer this evening, tonight, Lord, we ask for guidance, Lord, in this meeting tonight, Lord, a meeting that nobody wants to have, that we don't want to accept that's real. But Lord, I pray that you would just touch each one affected, each one involved today, Lord, be with them. Lord, help us, Lord, give us the guidance that we need to take care of the county's business. Lead, guide, and direct us, we pray. In Jesus' name we ask. Amen. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, the next thing is public comments, and anyone who wants to speak is going to be allowed to speak. And I'm going to say, now we're going to hold it to a time limit. Okay, so 3 to 5 minutes at the most to get through anybody and everybody. So if someone wants to speak, please come up to the podium. State your name.
My name is Leonard Ralston. I go by Duke. Simple request. I had someone request that y'all use the microphone so they could hear you.
They're on? Okay. All right. I didn't know. Anyone else want to speak about the subject on the agenda? Going once, going twice, we're moving on. The very next thing is under consideration are items committed by Mr. Thomas Morgan.
Mr. Chairman, could we go back 1 second, just
Yes.
procedurally? I know Ms. Mason's taking notes, and I think there's a tape on also to record this meeting, so for the record, could we just have a statement on which members of the committee are present, so that
Yes.
we can establish that there is a quorum here?
Okay. Jimmy Nunley, Johnny Cantrell, Dennis Rollins, Diane Massengale, Abbott, and myself.
So we would let the record reflect that a quorum is present.
Yes.
For this ethics committee meeting. If I may, Mr. Chairman, if I could just make a brief address to the committee as well as to the public, so that everyone sort of understands procedurally where we are. If you've seen the agenda, you know that this body is convened tonight for initial consideration of 3 different ethics complaints that were filed under the county's ethics policy, one by Mr. Thomas Morgan, one by Mr. John Christoph, and one by Commissioner Rick Brandt. Copies of all of the complaints have been provided to the members of the ethics committee, and the members of the ethics committee also have a copy of the county's ethics policy. To my knowledge, this is the first time we've had an ethics committee meeting in our county where this body has had to consider an actual ethics complaint. The committee has met in the past, but it's been more organizational and procedural. The record also, I'd like to add something that Commissioner Campbell said. He is the actual sitting chair of this committee, but because he is the subject of one of the complaints, the ethics policy says that he has to recuse himself and cannot participate in the discussion or debate in the meeting where any consideration is given to the complaint in which he is included. So that's the reason that he has stepped aside and deferred to the Vice Chairman, Commissioner Franklin. Just so that primarily the public is aware of the options that are available to an ethics committee like this body. The county's ethics policy, which is adopted from the model policy that CTAS, the State's County Technical Assistance Service, actually prepared. Now we're about 8 years, I guess, into the law that requires local governments to have one of these policies. The committee has basically 4 options, and if you all will indulge me, I'll go through what those options are. The first option is to refer a matter to the county attorney for a legal opinion and or recommendations for action. The second one is, in the case of an official, refer the matter to the county legislative body for possible public censure if the county legislative body finds that such action is warranted. The third option is in the case of an employee of the county. Refer the matter to the official responsible for supervision of that employee for possible disciplinary action if the official finds that discipline is warranted. And the fourth one is in a case involving possible violation of state statutes. Refer the matter to the district attorney for possible ouster or criminal prosecution. So those are the options that are available, other than outright dismissal of a complaint, which this body does have the right to do if it finds that the complaint on its face is not credible, and it does have the authority to dismiss a complaint of that nature of its own volition. So we have a number of parties who are named in some of these complaints that are filed. Not all of those parties are present tonight. They have a right to be here and to confront the parties that are complaining against them if they so choose. They are not required to do so. Any party, including the complainants that lodge complaints and or the parties that are named in the complaints, have the right to legal counsel if they want to go to that extent. That's entirely up to them. So I'll be glad to answer any procedural questions that any members of the committee may have, and if the chairman will indulge any procedural questions that members of the public may have.
Thank you.
I would like to add one thing, and this is in deference to Mr. Kristoff. He is not present tonight. There are other legal matters that are pending involving Mr. Kristoff that make it not possible for him to be here tonight. So, you know, in the interest of due process, I want the committee members to be aware of that. You know, he is not here because he doesn't want to go forward with his complaint. He's not here because he is, as of right now, is not able to be here because of other legal matters in which he is a party. So,
I guess my question would be, do we move forward on his issues then at all?
well, the action that you take with respect to all of the complaints, including Mr. Kristoff, are up to the vote of the board, but
We can still proceed to what we're going to do.
you actually have two choices. You can proceed under the items that are allowed for action by the committee, or you can simply postpone any consideration of his until such time as he can be here. Now, you know, I'm prepared to make a blanket recommendation to the ethics committee if you want to proceed in that fashion now. Certainly not trying to deter anyone, any of the complainants or any of the parties that are named in the complaints from speaking if they so choose. But, you know, in the interest of due process and for all concerned, my recommendation is going to be that all of the complaints be referred to independent legal counsel for legal opinion and recommendations for any action. And the reason for my not participating is I've already declared a potential conflict of interest with the library matters that involve the County and the city of South Pittsburgh. And those library-related matters have now proceeded into the litigation context. And so because there are some library board members that are, I guess, called into question in at least one of the complaints that's filed, I don't think it would be appropriate for me to stay involved in any capacity. So my recommendation would be that the Ethics Committee work with the county mayor to secure independent legal counsel to basically investigate both sides of any of the complaints, or all sides of any of the complaints, as the case may be, and then make a report back to this body with recommendations on how to proceed from that point forward.
Then I need to hear a motion on whether we do that or not. Second, or is that up to?
At some point, yes, sir, that would be appropriate for the committee, appropriate action for the committee to take when it's ready to do so. Again, I'm not saying that for the purpose of trying to limit anybody's ability to speak. I may want to speak here tonight. That's not the purpose of me saying that at this point.
Can we, on a group of subjects, where this gentleman has more than one issue, can we rule on a number of them and not on the other one and move it to council?
Are you talking about with respect to Mr. Christoph's
No, to,
complaints, or?
Mr. Morgan's.
Well, you have the authority to dismiss one, or dismiss all, if that's the choice of the committee. But that's up to the body to decide, Mr. Chairman.
Well, then I need a motion and we vote whether we take a look at, consider any of Mr. Morgan's, complaints at this time, or do we move it to another legal body?
Make a motion to hear it out. We're here.
I need to,
Well, hold on. Mr. Cantrell, you're the subject of one of, so you wouldn't be able to participate in consideration of Mr. Morgan's complaint, Mr. Cantrell, because he's named you as one of the, I guess, violators of the county's ethics policy. So that would not be appropriate.
all right,
Sorry.
no. So I need a motion to further it ahead or to drop it, or move it to legal.
Can we hear all the?
Yes, we can do that, correct?
What do you mean?
He wants to hear the list of.
Oh, the
Yeah.
parties that are
Yes.
named in this complaint. And for the record, Mr. Morgan is here, or he was here, is he still here, Mr. Morgan? I'm sorry. The parties named in Mr. Morgan's complaint, Mr. Rollins, are Commissioner Gene Hargis, Commissioner Linda Mason, Commissioner Cantrell, and there's a fourth party that says, I'm just reading from the complaint, name unknown, a commissioner employed at the banking institution that holds DTF funds, creating a potential financial conflict, and DTF is the drug task force. Correct, Mr. Morgan?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So those are the parties that are the subject of his complaint.
I would like to move forward on this, and I need a motion and a second to do it. Okay, then I need a motion to move it to,
Sir?
Can I second it?
There's been a motion.
can I make the motion, Mr. Chairman, or?
Was your motion to move forward with hearing the complaint, or is it just to hear
Yeah,
the?
I'd like to hear the complaint.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You second, okay, second, and Mr. Robert. Let's see, Mr. Hargis, current detective in Marion County Sheriff's Office, which works closely with DTF and benefits from shared resources and assets forfeiture. That's one. Commissioner Linda Mason, married to Jasper Police City Chief Billy Mason, whose department coordinates directly with the DTF. Despite this, she initiated motion to approve the resolution. Commissioner Danny Contrell, a local fire and arson investigator who also works in the public safety and may benefit from task force resources. And the fourth one is name unknown, a commissioner employed.
I believe it's added.
It don't name it, it says name unknown.
Yeah, let me clarify that. That was for me, right?
I believe it is added.
Thank
You do hold the funds for the drug task force, correct? In the
Do
county? You do hold the funds for the drug task force? At your bank? We can go file a Freedom of Information Act request and get the information real quickly.
Okay, let me finish up what I'm doing before we debate this. Number one, like I said, number 4 is listed, name unknown, a commissioner employed by a banking institute and holds DTF funds, creating a potential finance conflict. Now, that's what I received from you. So that's what I have to go by, okay?
You half read my complaint?
This is all I got, okay, it's what I have to go by. Okay, now,
It's 3 pages right here. So let's step back. Did everyone get a copy of the complaint?
No, sir, let's not step back a minute.
I want people to be informed and you not be able to put your interpretation of my words on these people.
Let me read
So
it.
let's go back.
Let's
Did
stop.
everyone get a copy of
No,
my
sir.
complaint?
Please stop right now. I will let you speak, but let me get done with what I'm doing, and then you will have your say, sir. Is that
sure.
okay?
That's fine.
I'm not gonna stop you from talking, it's just, let's do it in an orderly manner. And number 1, that's what I have here on the list, and for everyone up there to understand. Now, Ms. Morgan, now you have the right to address one or all of these, okay?
Okay, if I have the right to address it, is it my time to speak right now?
Yes, sir, that's what I
Okay.
just stated.
Number 1, this meeting's been delayed since, what was the initial date of this? May 30th. That's an issue in itself. Number 2, my last email after the last cancellation of this was, we should have outside counsel at this point, because I don't even think your office, that was when Billy Gouger himself sent me the ethics policy. And I said, oh, your office can't even comply with your own ethics policy because you tried to charge me $700 for a last Freedom of Information Act request I charged under the fees section. Now, when it comes to this meeting, no one informed me. I know for a fact John Christoph got a personal phone call. John called me and told me I was on the agenda for it tonight. So this policy meeting, I was never informed about it, so that's not due process. You taking my words and half explaining what I said in my very
I
well
didn't.
written complaint?
Sir, I did not take your words and half explain it. I took what I have in front of me and used what I have to say what I had to say. Now, don't go putting words out that I haven't said also. Now you're
If
saying
you're
that
taking
I'm
my
doing
complaint
this,
and you're
I'm
literally
not.
just reading a
No,
very
just-
brief section of it
Let me go
and
back
not the legal
to-
basis.
Let me go back to
and
what I
arguing
have
for
to
it.
say, sir. Number 1, with Mr. Hargis, yes, he is a deputy. I'd like to know from the sheriff if he even works with the drug force, task force, okay?
Does he not have shared resources? Do
That's
they not?
Mine is this, I'm asking the bill, that's what I'd like to know. Miss Mason, her husband is with he's the chief of the police with Jasper. They do not work with the drug task force. They do not donate to.
Mr. Franklin,
the
I think
mayor's-
you are ill-informed.
No,
You were
well-
not at the drug task force meeting where
I
Mr.
was at
Mason
the-
openly
I was-
praised
I was
them
there, okay, yes,
and
sir.
said they take so much of a workload off of us. It's like having an extra 2 officers per meeting or per office.
Okay,
All
now-
the drug
now-
task force money gets sent to
Did-
them.
Did the city of Jasper state that? in
She
that
sat
meeting?
there and preached all of it.
No,
The county
I'm saying
commissioner.
she's a commissioner, she has the right to say what she wants.
It was all
to.
the police chiefs for the whole area.
But did they state that? Not a one of them.
They openly
not
did.
a
It's
one
on
of them
video,
made
and I
that-
have it.
Not one of them made that statement, sir, not the mayor.
Are you positive?
Huh?
I would like you to retract that, because I can go pull up the video right now if you want to pause for 15 minutes.
No, I'm not pausing. We got a meeting to hold right now, and we're gonna hold it.
Because this should have gone to outside counsel per the request at this point. Because
Well,
at this point,
you
I don't
know
think
what?
any of you guys even understand what
As
ethics
the
are.
chairman, you know what, as the chairman, it also states that we have the right to refuse every one of these, okay? We have that right as a board of ethics.
Your ethics policy also says there's supposed to be a record of all this stuff at the county clerk. And when I went down there at 4 o'clock to go get it, Joni Spangler has no idea what I'm talking about. When I walked in here at 5 o'clock, it was hand delivered to me by the county attorney. Because she panic calls the mayor. So
Well,
this
I don't-
county doesn't even follow their own policies and ethics laws.
Again, I know
So-
not, if you just had this happen at 5 o'clock, how did I know it happened? I don't know, okay? I'm sorry, but I can't.
You guys
I
don't
I
even
can't
understand
read
your own
mind,
ethics
sir.
policies and follow your own ethics laws.
Yes, sir.
You're not allowed to vote for your employer. So how is Gene Hargis voting on things? You're not allowed to vote on things that help your spouse.
All right, you need to, if you're gonna go through these items, go through them one at a time, and, you.
My legal basis was very clear in my complaint.
Okay.
That is why I'm upset you only half read it.
I'm just asking, are you going to talk about it?
That's why I
or not?
secondly asked, did everyone get a copy of my complaint?
Everybody has been sent a copy of your complaint as far as I know.
Yes, sir.
So your
Yes.
quorum, everyone's read this and understands that. My words were very clear.
Mhm.
I even warned at that county meeting that these people needed to recuse themselves.
Well, you said they need to recuse themselves. The state has found, Mr. Abbott, Commissioner Abbott.
No, it was dismissed
No,
because
he
it
was-
didn't have jurisdiction, because you
No,
guys need to hear it
no,
first.
No, Abbott, Mr. Abbott.
Would you like to read the complaint? I have it
I
here.
don't have the complaint.
Then you're ill-informed.
I know, sir. I have seen the statement from the state where they dropped all charges against him.
It's dismissed because the
No.
ethics county here has jurisdiction
Well, it
first.
don't matter. It was still
Read
dropped.
the letter.
Did he drop,
You're
did the
making an
state,
ill-informed
did
statement
the
then.
state drop it or not?
The state dismissed it because they
They
didn't have
dismissed
standing,
it.
because they had
That's
to
what
come through here
That's exactly
first.
what I'm telling you. They dismissed it, okay?
They dismissed
So-
it without
so
standing because they had to go through here
They
first.
dismissed it. That's all I know. It was dismissed and that's what I go by, okay?
Okay, I'll have all these documents up and I'm gonna make you look very foolish eating these
Well,
words.
that's your.
For transparency reasons.
That's your
And
option.
if you wanna
That's
talk
your
about
option.
it,
Sir,
let's focus on why John Christoph cannot even be here.
Well, number one, no, we're not talking about another person with you. He needs to represent
He's been
himself when the
censured from
time's
even
come.
coming here
Well,
at
did-
this point,
Did I cause
not
it?
hear his
Did-
complaint.
Did this committee cause that? No, they did not.
This county commission did.
No, it did not.
A sitting county commissioner absolutely did.
You said the commission did, not a setting
You guys
county
act as a
commissioner.
whole.
Okay? Well, be
You should have
fair.
known better.
Is it the whole commission or one single commissioner?
It's a single commissioner
That's
and
not all
a
it is.
town that falls in your jurisdiction.
Is there only one person that has that complaint?
I don't understand your.
Against that the one commissioner
You
has
want-
that's causing this?
If you want a legal basis in an argument, you even understand the law that they're trying to enforce?
I understand what I've got in front of me, sir.
Mr. Franklin, I'm not trying to have an argument with you, but once again, you're making an ill-informed statement.
Well, you continue arguing with me, so.
Because you're making a very ill-informed statement.
Okay, are you gonna go?
Under the legal definition of harassment and an order of protection, it cannot be a constitutionally protected activity. That is clear in the law.
Well-
He is blocked for going in Jasper City Hall.
And that I heard, okay, I heard that. I don't know.
So
that.
read the law and understand what they're abusing and how they're trying to abuse it to silence the critic.
Yes, sir, but I heard that, I don't know it for a fact, okay?
I could show you if you'd like an informed decision.
Again, I gotta go back to most everything we got here. It's from the news, it's from the media, it's from the radio, it's from different other.
I'll show you the
agencies,
facts.
Which I
I'm
don't
happy
think-
to show you the facts.
I don't-
I base the evidence with all my stuff.
I don't read the paper, I don't watch the news that show these things. I don't read this,
You don't want to look at the facts or the evidence either, though. That's
No,
the
I
problem.
do. I got the facts and the evidence that I want right here in front of me, sir.
Oh yeah? Well, what evidence do you have in front of you? What do you have?
I have the facts, just like you said, we're doing what you want us to do.
No, I asked for outside legal counsel, and at this point, it's being referred to a
You
PA.
asked for it. We're denying it, if everybody, does everybody want to give outside legal counsel?
Okay, I'm gonna go to the DA pro temp counsel then, at this point, because you guys are committing felonies. You don't understand that. And I've tried to warn you, and tried to tell you and inform you, but it's this arrogance, I won't look at facts and opinions, and viewpoint discrimination is what is gonna haunt you.
Again, I'm not totally disagreeing with you, I'm saying that you come here. and
But you're
say-
enabling it.
But you're saying, well, you're enabling what your rhetoric that you're putting out, okay? I have the right.
My rhetoric?
Yes, sir.
What rhetoric am I
What
speaking
you
of?
just
The
done
fact
for
that
the
I'm
last-
acting and trying to speak of facts?
All
How we
right.
have city council members trying to enforce laws that don't apply?
Okay.
And
go on.
viewpoint
Sir,
discrimination?
Sir, go ahead and talk, go ahead. You tell us.
The
all
fact
you
that we
want.
abuse the civil asset forfeiture and just weaponize the police force, but the second half of the civil asset forfeiture laws says it's supposed to go into drug and alcohol prevention and education. But yet the county puts none of that money back into it.
Under what?
Read the civil asset forfeiture laws and you can make an informed decision.
Why do I need to read the?
So you can, exactly. This is exactly what I'm talking about.
Why do I need to read that? I don't.
Because
get
that is
it.
the basis of my legal complaint.
Yes, basis of your legal complaint. Okay, I want a motion that we carry this forward to outside.
I think that's your best legal opinion.
I gotta have a motion and a second, whether we use it to outside legal source or whether we vote on these.
Can I,
Listen,
I like that red, please.
of this subject,
She is named as.
she's named, okay.
As
Yes,
Marion.
yes, your name, so come up.
I am Commissioner Linda Mason. As far as the complaint lodged against me, you should all have a copy of a letter from the town of Jasper signed by the mayor of Jasper. And I'd like to read that into record if you don't mind. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it's dated September 8th, 2025, to whom it may concern. I would like to clarify a potential misunderstanding regarding the relationship between the town of Jasper and the 12th Judicial Drug Task Force. The town of Jasper does not currently participate nor collaborate directly with the Drug Task Force, and has not done so in several years. If you have any further questions or require additional information, please feel free to reach out to me. Sincerely, Mayor Jason Turner, Town of Jasper.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You haven't got a vote either way, so I'm going to go ahead and, look at each item on this. Gene Hargis, Mr. Hargis, which he's not here, has stated that he works closely with the DTF and benefits from shared resources and assets of forfeiture. Sheriff, can you give us any input on that?
What was the question,
Chairman. As to whether Gene has any, he works closely with the DTF and benefits from shared resources and our assets forfeiture.
Any forfeitures that the drug task force goes directly to them. We don't, the only thing Chad Johnson works for me, and he's signed to the task force, but as far as any other money towards them, I don't put anything else towards the task force.
Okay, I guess my question is, so, Mr. Commissioner Hargis does not handle this money, receive this money in any way, form,
No,
or
I mean,
style?
they do it just like anybody else, you know, if they seize money, they have to go before the sessions judge. He has to sign the order, it's sent to the trustee's office, then it's handled by the mayor's office. I mean, I don't have anything to do with that.
Okay.
I mean, there's things in there set up to, you know, so if somebody's money is seized from them unjustly, they have a way to, you know, like I said, they have to go before Judge Raines, and he's thrown out a few of them where they had to return the money because they didn't meet the qualifications to seize the money.
Right. Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, in reference to specifically to Mr. Morgan's complaint, I think part of his concern was that there are other parts of his complaint that he thinks are important for consideration by the committee, and I know all of you have a copy, but I think the three legal bases that he cited in his complaint bear some brief discussion. The first one is Tennessee Code annotated section 55102. That is the statute that deals with conflicts of interest for county employees or commission members who are either county employees or who have spouses who are county employees. That there's a specific law that applies to that situation. He also cites the Tennessee Ethics in Government Act, which is TCA section 8-50-501 and the sections that follow that. And that he has stated public officials must avoid acting on matters where they have a financial or fiduciary interest or where the appearance of impropriety exists. And then he also makes reference to common law ethical duties and county rules of procedure where they apply. So you're being asked to apply a specific legal standard in your analysis of his allegations against Commissioner Hargis, Commissioner Mason, Commissioner Cantrell, and then the unknown or unnamed fourth party. So, you know, again, this kind of goes back to my introductory statement. I think in order to, if the committee is of a mind to move forward, then I would again recommend that independent legal counsel be engaged to look into these allegations to see if any of those statutes have been violated. I think the law has a very clear standard on what commissioners who are voting on matters of this type can and cannot do. And, you know, in the interest of due process and the integrity of your system, that would be my recommendation, is that you engage independent legal counsel, not only to examine Mr. Morgan's ethics allegations, but also those ultimately of Mr. Kristoff and those of Commissioner Brand. Because you're going to have, all of them are not based on the same legal principles or legal theories. Some are different. But I'll restate that recommendation at this point. I know there may be complainants who want to have legal counsel present when an actual consideration is given to their complaints. There may be parties that are the subjects of the complaints who also want to have legal counsel present when they give a response to any of the complaints. They should be given the opportunity to do that if they so desire. And I'm certainly not trying to step on the toes of you as chairman or of the committee itself, but just kind of stating some factors that I think this body needs to take into consideration as it decides to move forward. And again, you know, we're for our county at least, we're in basically uncharted territory. We haven't, you know, for better or worse, we haven't had ethics complaints before, you know, where you all have I've had to go through the processes involved in considering the complaints in general and in what action, if any, that you're gonna take in response to the complaints. But again, that would be sort of my blanket recommendation moving forward. And again, you all are free to take whatever action. You all are the decision makers, not me. I'm just making a recommendation.
I need someone to make a motion to do that.
I'll turn that into a motion.
Need a second.
I'll second.
Okay, so as far as, Mr. Morgan, this will all be turned over to a legal
Well, need to vote.
vote.
Take a vote.
Oh, okay. Yes or no, yes, how many yeses? Roll call.
David Abbott,
Yes.
Jimmy Canfield,
I have to abstain.
I'm sorry, Mr. Franklin,
Yes.
Mr. Nunley,
Yes.
Mr. Rollins,
Yes.
Ms. Nightingale.
Yes.
5 yeses and 1 abstain.
Mr. Morgan, that will be taken under legal authority then.
Good call. I need to bring up one point, Mr. Chairman. As I understand it, I'm on the agenda tonight. Mr. Christoph filed several, I don't even know what the allegations are, but I suspect I know because he's filed them with every agency, governmental entity that he can think of. But I just wanted the committee to know that I submitted responses from the Board of Judicial Conduct, who oversees all judges in the state of Tennessee. Every single complaint filed by Mr. Christoph against me has been dismissed. That's in that packet that you all have. I just want to make sure that's in the record. You can submit it to any attorney that you want to, read through the thing as committee members. But I wanted to make sure that's on the record, that I did tender that as an exhibit, that it's been ruled upon and summarily dismissed by the Board of Judicial Conduct. Thank you.
That's into the record. Thank you. Thank you. Since Mr. Christoph's not here, we'll just move forward and not entertain his,
Well, I think you need to make a decision, Mr. Chairman, on whether you're going to refer his matters to independent legal counsel or simply postpone and reschedule to a later date. And that date really would have to be unknown at this point because it would be somewhat dependent on the progress of his other legal matters that are the basis for him not being able to be here. Again, I'm not a decision maker, but in the interest of what lawyers refer to as judicial economy, it might be in the committee's best interest and ultimately in the county's best interest to go ahead and include his complaints in the referral to independent legal counsel, along with those that have been submitted by Mr. Morgan. And I'll go ahead and say this now, I would make the same recommendation with not trying to cut Commissioner Brandt off, but I would make the same recommendation to this body with respect to the either complaints and or questions that Commissioner Brandt has posed to this body.
okay. In that case, I'm going to propose to the body that we present all actions that we have in front of us go in front of outside legal force, okay?
Yeah, I think it's prudent at this time, obviously, that, Mr. Gallagher cannot represent the county in these matters, so that, we would just, finish your motion if you don't mind. We engage, we have an outside counsel that will help proceed and move forward with working through these matters that are proposed. so that we can get some clear and meaningful understanding from someone that is an outside party that can represent us. So that'd be my motion.
Need a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Let's do a roll call.
Commissioner Abbott?
Aye.
Commissioner Franklin?
Yes.
Commissioner Nunley?
Yes.
Commissioner Rollins?
Yes.
Diane Mastergill?
Yes.
We have a vote of 5.
Okay.
One.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yes. So basically, everything's gonna be turned over to another attorney to handle all issues and concerns that have been put in front of the board at this time. I wanna say at the end of this, we've never done this before, had this before. I had some information on a couple of these items which I think would lead in a direction to which I probably should have not, pursued, and should have just went ahead and had this done at this time. So, I'm going to ask for a motion to adjourn.
Would I ask, is it possible if there's still somebody else here that wanted to speak, that they could get up and speak at this time?
I'm gonna use this, at the very first, I asked anyone who wanted to speak they could speak, and I'll entertain that. Does anyone want to speak at this time? Need a motion to adjourn?
I would if I can. All right. I would just like to say, the accusation saying that we possibly committed a felony, that's pretty harsh.
It's a felony under Tennessee law.
You know,
Do you guys not get share resources as a fire arson investigator?
no.
As you sit up there in a thin blue line hat?
I am, but I do support our police officers. I support our first responders. Is that a felony?
Even when they
I don't think
commit
so.
crimes, violate people's constitutional rights? You're gonna back the
If
blue
we-
all the way?
If we may, I just would like to take, and I need a motion to adjourn. Need a second. This meeting's adjourned, thank you very much.